you Hello. Better late than never. I know we're 25 minutes into this, but hey, you know what? I have volunteered for this. I am Mr. Ed 3. We have ourselves an all dungeons affair. Let's go. We have Zelda-san on our left and Sawyer to our right. Looks like we may have just finally got the Moon Pro. I've been camping actually watching a little of this. Yeah, so we're going to have some fun. If you'd like to literally complete the entirety of the game, you have come to the right place. Sawyer is In Escape, I'm going to make the bold assumption, because I did not see this, I'm going to make the bold assumption that the Moon Pearl is camping here, maybe? Escape matcha. See, there we go. See, that's why the Twitch chat here and Speed Gaming is fantastic. They look out for all of us here. But yeah, so again, I am a horse. Believe it or not, I talk once in a while. Who would have imagined? But yeah, already got a big key to Ice Palace. That just sounds absolutely terrible. So from what I heard is we even got ourselves the Eastern had the goods. So for the people that do not like to rush Eastern Palace and all dungeons Keysanity mode, well, today you've been ripped. And here's a big key and a big key and a big key. Well, Zelga taking the approach, by the way, of being efficient with the glorified overworld that is known as the Front of Skull Woods. I know that we got a big key to Ice Palace. We might have gotten other stuff. Sawyer got his Moon Pearl. He's going to traverse into the Dark World. Having Mitts, a mirror, and a flute, boy oh boy, that usually tells me it's an absolute disaster of a Moon Pearl in like Checkerboard Cave, but unfortunately it was not. By the way, I apologize if I mispronounce it. Tracker today, Solit. Thank you so much for doing the good work. Oh god, no, we got the magic powder. No, and C-shaped house. No, no, no. We don't need to be. Yeah, no, I did see that. I did see that it was $50, and I saw that Zelga walked out and said, "Hey, you know what? He's gonna go get it." So, well, magic powder, mitts, and a mirror. Unfortunately, kind of tells us the possibility that we might be getting a magic bat check. I won't lie, I certainly hope not. Nobody wants to see that. But more importantly, I hope everybody in the chat here is doing well, having a fantastic evening. In some cases, very late at night, in some cases, morning. As we have the holiday season fast approaching. Really? Ooh. I call nobody a nobody. You know who's a nobody? Me. I'm a nobody. I'm just a horse. Oh, we did get Cane of Burna. We got an invincibility. Not much we can do with it. Chess game gives us more money. Let's go! We are rich beyond our wildest dreams. Zelga take a nice little shortcut here to do the Bombable Hut here. And a heart for our efforts. Let's go. So again, the mode here is all dungeons Keysanity. So the one thing, obviously, you know, we're going to be doing all the dungeons, but all of the maps, compasses, small keys, and big keys are shuffled in the world. The fun part about this is it still is required for 7 crystals to get into Ganon's Tower. However, it is not a guarantee that we could just do the climb and don't have to worry about the basement. There could be something that is required in a pendant dungeon. All fun stuff. Obviously, the goal is to beat all the dungeons, including Castle Tower. So, taking a look and seeing that we don't have Castle Tower keys, I can already see that's going to be a monumental troll. And depending on what Turtle Rock is, the Ice Rod could be a monumental troll. I'm hoping for a pendant Turtle Rock. I am so hoping for... it is... Oh my god, it is a pendant Turtle Rock. We do have a map check. Yes. Oh my god, yes. This is the greatest thing ever. This has the potential for being really stupid, and I love it. Small key on Lumberjack? Oh god. So, logically, logically, it's a very good chance that we're going to end up getting the boots. Whether that small key is absolutely hard required to be determined. Oh god, Zelga, you are my hero. Zelga is saying no to the magic bat and is going to continue through the Dark World extravaganza, which I like here. If you end up doing magic bat and you do not get you don't get the hammer, then you end up having to flute back the 3 to start the whole Dark World process all over again. Whereas him doing it this way, we're able to take a look at K45, Stumpy, and get 5 items from Pipe Cave. Blue goo, very nice. Sawyer just literally following in the footsteps of Zelga here. He's going to get a full heart here in Bomble Hut. So we're going to get a first look here over at Stumpy here. Oh baby, we got a big key to Thieves Town. Interesting. So the one thing to keep in mind for runners that may not be familiar, there is certain key logic in order to beat the dungeon. So, we got ourselves a Thieves Town big key, which is all fantastic and everything. But the only thing that's actually in logic with that is the maiden cell. Everything else is actually locked behind a small key, and then obviously we need a hammer in order to check the big chest. Johnny Two Bombs, do we have anything good today? We have a small key. Hey, there's our desert small key. So Sawyer, wow, we got one of our castle towers. Oh boy, a mushroom. We're getting all the fetch quests. A mushroom, magic powder. All things absolutely terrible. Now, we're going to be really curious to see what Sawyer does. Sawyer, I would not be surprised if he goes ahead and checks Magic Bat here. He would end up picking up the purple chest and then check Magic Bat and then keep the purple chest and then turn that in and then flute away. Zelga, even though Zelga does not have the purple chest from visually, the game thinks that he is still following him. Just for 20 bucks. Yeah, and here we go. Sawyer is going to go ahead and check the magic bat. Probably out of spite for me. So we're going to get simultaneous fetch quest here. Mushroom to the left of me. Powder to the right. Here I am. Probably going to get a bunch of junk. Oh, there's a Thieves Town small key. So with that Thieves Town small key, Blind himself is actually in logic. We just don't have a hammer. We can't check the big chest. But I suspect that is where Zelga is going. And with Sawyer making the decision here to turn around, he's gonna end up having to go back into the Dark World, and instead we're gonna go to the Mire area. I did see Zelga earlier do the little trick to get a fake link state. So basically what you do is you end up getting to the last pixel into here, and then you end up pressing mirror and entering into Mire Shed, or even in any item cave at the same time. And you end up having a link state in a bunny form, so you can actually open up the chest. Once again, chat being very friendly to me. All I gotta say to that, Mr. Schulzer, is yes, I do, and I will. And I anticipate always doing that. So Sawyer's gonna go ahead and just kind of end up doing the same thing that Zelga ended up doing here. Zelga electing not to check the magic bat. Because once again, Magic Bat has nothing. And there's a hook shot. Listen, all I can say is this, is if word got around that I ended up happened to come on comms, all the people, the speed gaming audience has increased by 69%. Just to literally tell me one message and then leave. Oh, don't worry, you're not getting rid of me anytime soon. So again, technically that Thieves Town small key actually locked that hook shot. If we wanted to quote unquote be in logic. Again, we didn't necessarily need the small key, but Zelga took that knowledge base and said, okay, I'm gonna end up having to, I'm better off doing Thieves Town because that's probably all he has left at this point. Again, Zelga being very efficient as he, typically is. That hook shot's going to end up getting us a lot of access on East Death Mountain, both Light World and Dark World. And I'm going to put the pressure on Zelga. If you guys want to see a good blind script, take a look. Phase 2, no problem. Look at that. Even had time to quick swap to the mirror so we can get out of here as fast as possible. Gets a piece of heart for his efforts and a crystal. So now is actually going to be a good time for Zelga with his routing and the decisions here. He can actually mirror and check Magic Bat so he can get his disappointment. Yes. Yes, Zelga does have a Castle Tower key. Unfortunately, at the time, we don't even have the ability to do anything in Castle Tower. We either need a cape or the Master Sword. Or at the very least, just another sword upgrade. The barrier still exists. And we are off to the mountain on Zelga's side, as Sawyer is going to go ahead and give us a look on Zora's Ledge. Now, again, because I came into here, I don't know if we saw this on Zelga's side or not. So, to me, it'll be a surprise. Oh, there's a small key on Zora's Ledge. That's fantastic. So, fun fact, both of our runners have bombos. Zelga's going to probably be able to take a look to see, I would imagine he's at least going to take a look to see what the TR medallion is going to be. I'm going to make a bold prediction that Bombos is not the medallion we need. Sawyer's going to try to set up a splash delete. He has the equipment, so you don't necessarily need a bow. So you got Samaria. No, you got to use the red boomerang first. Nope. So basically what you do here is you have a sprite overload. That was a nice book on Zelga's side. We have a book that basically does nothing and just gives us, we can read. But no, so Sawyer tried to set up a splash delete. And the way that he could have done it was to drop a Samaria block, throw 2 bombs, or drop 2 bombs, throw the red boomerang, and then go back to Samaria and have that split, and then dive in as fast as possible, and that would have worked. He just kind of missed out on one minor step there, but he has knowledge of that small key. It may or may not be important. We shall see. Chances are it's probably the second Castle Tower key that he'll forget. Well, there we go. Now we can go ahead and check. We can actually get what's on Ether Tablet here, since we're here onto the mountain. Sawyer's going to go ahead and finish out Thieves Town. He's going to get his hook shot in the attic here. And here we go. Let's see if I am a complete liar. The entry to Turtle Rock, I missed. I completely missed it. It was Ether, see? Called it. Absolutely called it. Never in doubt. Here we go, the glorious old hookshot cave. What fun do we have? 3 bombs. 3 bombs. A mail upgrade. Now we're nice and red. And piece of heart. Not the greatest. Not the greatest hookshot cave, I must say. So Zelga's going to be able to actually get to the Tower of Hera area. And be able to check Ether Tablet here. At some point, I would imagine we are going to be getting progression. Whether that's the hammer, to be determined. Although, once our runners get the hammer, at some point, they're going to have to think about that Thieves Town big chest. No, instead we're going to get flippers. And that's fantastic. Flippers, a mirror. Well, mainly the flippers aspect. We do not have the Swamp Small from what I see. So, Hammer and Ice Palace, anybody? No, absolutely, yeah. Zelga's showing a good amount of being efficient and patient at the same time. By the way, that was a very nice Hera pop. One of the nice little features of being a part of the rando community is everybody seems to come up with a new trick, and then all the runners just end up taking it to make their gameplay look that much better. So with that, we don't necessarily need the Hera big key. Now, if we get the Hera big key, you know, obviously we need the Hera big key logically in order to beat this. But at this point, I don't think Zelga really cares. It's a dungeon we can do, so we're going to do it. Sawyer also... Oh, nice green goo. Sawyer also is going to just show us. Blind fight. Took a little damage there, but no big deal. We're staying on script. Oh, got to wait a little bit, but no harm, no foul. And that'll be a crystal for Sawyer, as Zelga gets a crystal for Tower of Hera. And Zelga's going to end his route here. He's going to end up going into the portal. He's going to dance with the Lionels here. He's going to mirror back out at some point. And then he's going to go ahead and do Spiral Cave. I know some people do not believe in the fact that Spiral Cave exists if they don't have boots. But Zelga's probably thinking about the concept of using those flippers and either going into Hammerless Ice Palace, going ahead and, you know, we actually now have access to the pod area, pyramid, catfish. And if he likes to go to the catfish, you know, he could mirror out and, you know, do the whole Zora thing, get that small key that's on Zora's ledge. As he breaks out the flute, and off we go. Well, all I have to say to that is this, is look at where Zelga is going. Keep swimming north, keep swimming north. No, no! No, Zelga! I don't blame Zelga here. We're gonna be efficient here. We're gonna do Waterfall Ferry, and he too is gonna do the Zora area. Gets a small key from Ganon's Tower and another pod key. I mean, there's a chance that, you know, Hammer is not in Ice Palace. You know, but also keep in mind, both of our runners have the Ice Palace big keys, so, growing a little suspicious. One thing that would currently stink about doing an Ice Palace dive is the fact that, by the looks of it, neither of our runners have any Ice Palace small keys. So you could go ahead and do the icebreaker to at least check the one chest. However, you have no way to do any other checks. Oh, there you go. Never punished. There's an Ice Palace small key for Zelga. The hints are there, dude. The hints are there. Just rush Ice Palace for your hammer. Come on, flute to 8. You know you want to. You know you want to. Oh, baby, here we go! Listen, when you play as many rando seeds as Zelga, and even myself, you kind of know when the trolls are coming up. That is actually not possible. Keep in mind, in order to get into Turtle Rock, you still are hard required to have the hammer. So in this particular mode, the hammer cannot be on Laser Bridge. The hammer can't actually be anywhere in Turtle Rock. Unless this happened to be like a HMG tournament. Or no logic. Although it wouldn't surprise me if Hammer and... Oh man, that would actually be funny. Hammer and Ether were here. And then do Rodless... Rodless Turtle Rock for the fun of it. Oh baby, they're the boots! See, it was worth it alone just for that. So again, as I was mentioning before, Zelga didn't have any Ice Palace small keys. He would have been able to check this chest, and then would have had to have mirrored and gone the longer way, doing Ice Palace bomb jump. But basically everything else here is now in logic. So you have the Freezor chest, you have the Ice Palace big chest, and then you have Ice Tea. And arrows for Zelga's effort there. Here we go. This is where I say the hammer is. Boy, oh boy, I was wrong. Now, interestingly enough... actually, no, it doesn't matter, because it'd just be hookshot locked. Yeah, I was going to say, just looking at the logic for the boots. Yeah, as long as you have the hookshot... That should be in logic. Something almost tells me like it is locked behind a second Ice Palace small, but... Oh. Hey, return trip to Tower of Hera? Zelga mistakenly quick swapped a little bit too much and given a nice bombos because he is not a big fan of the pickles. We are saying no to Hera, and we're going to do the boots check. So we're going to start off here with King's Tomb on Zelga's side. Sara's going to go ahead and get that small key. He's going to get that Ice Palace small. I'm going to be curious to see if he makes the same decision that Zelga did by rushing ice. With Master Sword 2, there is nothing stopping Zelga from at least checking both items in Castle Tower. He has one Castle Tower we can't beat. But again, the hammer could be there. Could be in the first chest at the very least. Neither of our runners have a lamp. Mounted to nothing there. Be really curious what his decision is. Sawyer thinking about what he wants to do. Sawyer's going to elect to actually go into Misery Mire here. And so is Zelga. Now this would be a really good comparison on both Zelga's side and Sawyer's side to see the difference between a runner that has boots and a runner that doesn't. Actually, Zelga's going to go ahead and check the right side. He's going to get, from what I was told, the GT Big Key. Listen, if we don't have chaos and anarchy in this, then we've done something wrong. Zelga gets the big key and is like, whew, thank God. One less thing for him to worry about. There is that possibility of GT Big Key always just being out in the world and never necessarily being in Ganon's Tower itself. No fire source here, so we can't even check left side mire. Then again, left side mire is locked behind all three mire smalls, so it's not the biggest deal in the world right now. But as you can see, Zelga, even with going into desert first, giving Sawyer a little bit of lead, the boots make up quite a bit of time. Gonna try. Oh wow, dude, that was such a clean rail clip there. That was a clean rail clip. Yep, there's our fire rod. Is and our hammer. Wow. Okay, so Sawyer's actually gonna be able to single dip Ice Pals. That'll save a little bit of time. So much for the boots leading to a hammer. Rip. And look at that. Look at the advantage that the boots presented. Now that's a funny big key. The big key to Misery Mire is in the bridge chest in Mire. By the way, we will not acknowledge Mire being... Zelga showing off more rail clips. So Zelga's gonna go ahead and do the big chest. Is he gonna do left side mire? Yes, he is. Whereas Sawyer's gonna go left side mire first. Forgetting to hit the switch, unfortunately. But still has time, can hit the switch, and the torches should still stay lit long enough. There you go. But the boots are already playing a significant impact into the seed between the race between Zelga and Sawyer here. In the meantime, since both of our runners are going to be caught into this, I don't know, 15-second lull in time as they wait for the cutscene to end, give our runners a follow. Zelga, Descent, and Sawyer. Two fantastic runners and two even better individuals who I've gotten to know in the rando community. Give them a follow. I know that they will very much appreciate it. They're putting on a good show for you guys, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. They got a small key to Ganon's Tower. That's quite the interesting tidbit. With that Mire Big Key, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Dark Mire. Sawyer, by the way, is electing not to check the big chest. I don't know if he plans on going back afterwards or if he's just going to take the chance and say nothing is there. Which nothing was there. Zelga, if you noticed, he did a little bit of dash. He kicked up a little bit of dust. What he is doing is he's actually preserving spooky action. So what he's going to do is he's going to get this one. But then he's going to use the anti-fairy. And presto changeo. Oh, missed that one. Nope. Mistakenly. No, he tried. Oh, never mind. He lost that bomb. Worthwhile effort, Zelga. Worthwhile effort. Also using the magic powder to get a little bit of health refill. Not the freest fight here. Master Sword, we do have a hammer, but we don't have a bow. We have Cane of Burna. So we do have at least an invincibility, but I kind of expect Zelga to probably take a little bit of damage and do some spins here. No, we're going to do dashes. Dashes here, 12 hits to the eyeballs would do it. I don't think he's going to have enough, so we're going to probably end up doing a little bit of spins here to finish the job. Red mail, he could take a bump or two from the eyeballs, no big deal. Lumberjack is a small key, at least from what I was told. And Zelga doing a really nice job here, just kind of pinning him and then walking back just a little bit, getting extra hits in. And down goes Vitreous for Zelga. Well, for those that like shields, there you go. Sawyer making his way through Dark Mire as well. It is worth noting, Dark Mire is one of the hardest dark rooms in the entire game to be able to navigate through. So him being able to do this as well, absolutely fantastic. Zelga with that fire source, we're going to go ahead and we're going to be able to beat Desert Palace as well. Sawyer nicely done getting out. Now he does not have as many hearts. He does have red mail as well, so hopefully he gets the magic powder here. He does not have the option to do the dashes in the beginning, so he's got to... Yep. We're going to do this. Take a little damage boost from the goo. Eyeballs down. Oh. There you go. Use Burna for the rest. Okay, just got to be careful. With red mail, he can take one hit here, but he's going to take it nice and conservative. It is so much better to take this fight comfortably rather than taking a death. So even though this might be a little on the slow side, it's still miles better than taking a death here. Land mode down for the Bloomerang for Zelga's side. And that's another crystal for Zelga this time. I believe that is 4 now. And there we go. Vitreous goes down for Sawyer. Very nicely done. Zelga's going to go ahead and flute away. Where are we going? We're going to finish up Ice Palace. Resetting Spooky by activating that flute. So then get the quick kill on the Freezor, like so. Now, one thing I noticed, I don't know if chat can help me out. Zelga got the Desert Palace big key, but Sawyer does not. Anybody happen to know where that was? It was an escape? Ooh. Maybe, alright, so maybe Sawyer does have it, but just is not doing it? I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but, like, you just happen to be there. Might just even be a minor oversight. Oh boy, nice bow. Nice bow for Zelga. He does have it. Okay, good. Sawyer also, to his defense, he might have turned around and said, "Hey, you know what? You know, that hammer kind of changed his mind." Although it is worth noting that he did end up skipping the Misery Mire Big Chest. But it will not come back to haunt him. Sawyer's setting up an icebreaker here. Does it very nicely, and he gets rewarded with those boots. Now he gets to go fast. $5 for his effort. So all of the dungeons that we have completed happen to coincidentally be all crystals. Still need all 7 crystals in order to enter Ganon's tower. But now that we have the bow, we have an Eastern Palace Big Key. We have the ability to finish off Eastern. We also have the ability to at least take a look into Pod. But before Zelga does that, we're going to take a look to see what the man under the bridge has. We're going to rob his very valuable possession. What could it be? I mean, he is sleeping nice and peacefully, and that's the reason why he's under the bridge. He only had a single rupee. Really disappointing. Zelga flute into 5. Going into the Dark World, this will be a Pod and Eastern play. Again, with the bow and the big key, we can finish off Eastern. Pod, we are still missing the big key. We only have 3 small keys, but there are a lot of checks in here that we can do. And it may, you know, so like, in an all dungeon seed, it's not necessarily a bad thing to double dip dungeons. They just end up being forcibly required. One of the big key items that I see that we're definitely going to be needing it sometime soon is going to be the Swamp House small key, so I would not be surprised to see that coming up sometime soon. Sorry, trying to get that dash, but that red berry, I'm telling you, I have had so many fits with that red berry. Excuse me, that, yeah, it absolutely infuriates me. Cool map, dude. I do not believe either of our runners checked the bomb. Well, there's our Swamp House small key that I made mention. I do not believe either of our runners actually checked, talked to the bomb shop. So, from a map check, the only red crystal that we do know for a fact is Swamp House. Now, if Zelga menus, we might be able to see if he just happens to have another red crystal. And if so, take your pick. It's either Desert, Hera, Thieves Town, Ice, or Mire. Sawyer's going back to the mire area. This is probably him finishing up desert. He might have recognized. That he didn't do this, but again, no big deal. Easy flute to get to. Just mirror here, go right to the back, take down Landmo, no problem. Oh, nice lamp. Nice lamp that is actually technically 4 pod key locked. So again, for those that are not familiar with the logic, the key logic when it comes to Palace of Darkness, it's broken down by a few different ways. So you have the right side with the mimics that is locked behind the bow itself. And then you have the shooter room, so that's the room to the left when you first enter. That is locked behind no small keys. The bridge chest and the Stalfos drop down is locked behind 1. That is a nice big key to Skull Woods. That's actually super convenient because when Zelga decides to go to do Skull Woods, that's 1 extra check that he can get out of the way. And the second castle tower key. So the turtle room and Dark U is actually locked behind 4. And what Zelga just checked right there is locked behind all 6 Palace of Darkness keys. But it is really nice to get that castle tower, get both of those castle tower keys out of the way. The one thing that I can definitely tell you for a fact is that small key that is on Lumberjack can now 100% not be pod. Sawyer, going back to Village of Outcast, is this... What fun stuff are we up to, Sawyer? Oh, you're gonna do this just to check hammer pegs. Oh, this is a play. This is a play. Yeah, so just kind of taking a look to see what our runners need. We need the Palace of Darkness big key. I don't believe Zelga checked Harmless Hellway, so he has 1 to spare. We need an Ice Rod, we need Ether, and we need, at the very least, 2 more Turtle Rock keys. And that is a nice sword for Sawyer. That definitely is going to help. There are 4 Turtle Rock keys into the game. Depending on what is in Turtle Rock, we may only need 3. We could always rob the Pokey key just before Lava Chest. But at this point, I would not be surprised if that small key on Lumberjack is the Turtle Rock. Oh, there's a big key. Oh, this game is amazing. Well, we're going to see if I was right. Did Zelga not check Harmless? Yeah, I don't think Zelga checked Harmless Hellway. I saw him dash out of Dark U. Yep, we're going to go ahead and do that. This definitely works out. Will he go through the effort to check the big chest, though? That's going to be the question. Yeah, so we have 1 small key here left. So we're going to be leaving, depending if he wants to check the big chest here or not, which, as of right now, he is not. We're going to go ahead and just beat the boss. Oh, oh boy, there's Ether. Ether, and, oh, you don't have any small keys, Sawyer? Oh, we're gonna get a pet check here at least. Oh, come on, baby. I don't even know what it could be. Oh, it's Quake. Yeah, you know what? Quake definitely belongs right there. Quake can stay right there on pedestal, right where it needs, because Quake is, well, pretty worthless. So that's another thing too, is if Sawyer robbed the pot key in Skull Woods, he's gonna need at least 1 more. Logically, Mothula requires all 3, but Sawyer is gonna go ahead and, if If he's going up this way, I'm really curious if he's gonna check. He's got the mirror ready. He might be checking the hair big chest as well. Yeah, there's very little that could have been on pet at this point. Very little. All right, this is another bold play here by Sawyer. Sawyer's going to go ahead and we're going to take a look at the Tower of Hera Big Chest. Actually, well, he hasn't even beaten Hera in the first place, so yeah, so he can beat Hera and do the big chest. All right, pivotal moment here for the race. Is there anything important here? No. Just a heart container. Zelga is more than likely not going to be going after that. Zelga 2 is going to go ahead and check the big chest here. This will be the last thing that he can do. We don't have any more small keys, so there will be 2 items outstanding here. Hera basement. Hera basement is always a thing. Then again, Hera small could be on Lumberjack, and that Hera basement has literally absolutely nothing. 3 bombs for Zelga's effort. Spend 1 bomb to hammer Yump, get 2 more back. With that Swamp Owl small key, next logical choice for Zelga, is we're gonna go ahead and beat up on Argus. We even have the Swamp Owl's big key. Let's go. The other thing to keep in mind too is that depending on where another sword is going to be, I don't really anticipate Zelga checking hammer pegs anytime soon. And depending on what else is here in Swamp Palace, he might be stuck on Master Sword for a little while. Sawyer floating back to here. What are we up to, Sawyer? What are we up to? The only thing I could think of that this is... Oh, baby, the Hyrule Castle small. Is this a catfish? Oh, no, we're gonna... Okay, I know. All right, so Sawyer's gonna do the Bonk Rock's King's Tomb, and then maybe catfish? There is always a sword on left side swamp. Now, Zelga at this point has got to make a decision. He's done a fantastic job being efficient. At this point, I would kind of anticipate him doing left side swamp. However, I wouldn't put it past him if he just turns around and says no. There's a Skullwood small. No, we are not. We are saying no to left side swamp for now. I think the main reason why is because after this, he has access to GT. And as a matter of fact, regardless of what the red crystals are, if he really wanted to, he could actually check Pyramid Fairy if he so desired. And if he did, he could actually do Castle Tower. Now, I know a lot of people like to hold off on Castle Tower until the absolute last thing. But it might not be a bad idea. Just go ahead and do Castle Tower. Swamp Palace is literally the most convenient dungeon where if you have Big Bomb access, you could just go ahead and do it. You just dash north, You get the big bomb, and at that point, he can just go ahead and beat Castle Tower, see what's there. And it could be the smallest thing possible that he needs. The only unfortunate thing is if he doesn't do Skull Woods, he's not going to get Ether anytime soon. He also could be really baited by that key that's on Lumberjack. Again, probability says it's a Turtle Rock key. Exactly, that's the main thing. Yeah, so Zelga has options here. He could turn around, turn Big Bomb, do Castle Tower, and then end up doing Lumberjack and then doing Skull Woods and then going to GT, or he can possibly just do Skull Woods and then go right to GT. Yep. No, this is the aforementioned. We're gonna go ahead and do Big Bomb now. So I anticipate Big Bomb into Castle Tower. The only thing that he has to keep in mind too is the fact that the second Castle Tower key is locked hard by all 6 Palace of Darkness keys. Not that it really means anything because we got the one that was free. Excuse me. We got the one that was basically free from Hype Cave, so both items are now in Logic. Here, mid-ledge, just 10 arrows. There's one of our Turtle Rock keys. Alright, so we need literally one Turtle Rock key and Ether on Zelga's side. We know where Ether is. And an Ice Rod, but we all know that the Ice Rod is just camping in GT every day. So we're doing a nice job, by the way, using the 5 rods so we can see in the one dark room there in Eastern. And then if he chooses to do pod right afterwards, he's going to probably laugh at that lamp. Alright, so Castle Tower had nothing, but again, because this is all dungeons, we got to do it. So we're going to do it. Sawyer with 21 arrows. Can we get the quick kill here? Oh, he got away. Uh-oh. Good enough. With a couple arrows to spare. Let's go. He gets his Palace of Darkness key, and hey, guess what? He happens to be right here anyways. Red Guard not playing nice to Zelga there as they just keep clanking on the sword. So chat, question for you guys. Where do you think the Ice Rod is? What fun, happy location do you think the Ice Rod is camping at? Zelga with probably one of the worst attempts at hook speed I've ever seen. And I could say that because I know him. He's a friend of mine. Ice Rod in Hera Basement. Ooh. Laser Bridge. TR. Ice Rod. Wait. Our runners had to have checked Ice Rod Cave at this point. Hey, maybe this was like a... Maybe this happens to be a no logic scene and Trinex has the Ice Rod. Like, think of how convenient, you know, like, this game would be. Like, evil would actually hold supreme over Hyrule if Trinex just had the Ice Rod kept to himself. Technically, would not be able to be beaten. Thieves Town, that's the Thieves Town Big Chest. Now that's a spicy location. The vanilla big key, yeah. I mean, again, Palace of Darkness is a crystal. So all 6 pod keys have to be outside of GT. In addition, solely because of where the second castle tower key is, Lumberjack cannot have the Palace of Darkness key. So Zelga's going to go ahead and he's going to finish up Skull Woods. Now, he has the big key here, which was a really nice find of his. Sawyer's actually going to go ahead and just beat the boss right away. Again, and he's doing this in the dark. Again, big props to Sawyer being able to do this. Again, not the easiest thing in the world to do. Lights the torch, breaks out the hammer, smashes the turtles, and away we go. Nice heart for Zelga's effort. Unfortunately, unless he checks the Hera Big Chest, he is not going to be getting 20 hearts today. Yeah, okay, so it looks like both of our runners actually robbed that key. So that one Skull Woods key that Zelga got is actually very beneficial. Down goes Helmsar King for Sawyer. Zelga gets his ether. And it's going to go right ahead to Mothula. Sawyer's going to do what he can here. He's definitely 100% is going to be able to get the Swamp Palace small key, which is right here. But he absolutely needs to go to Dark Maze. The top chest is the most vital thing for him here. He should get his lamp, so it'll make navigating through that a little bit easier. Nicely done by Zelga. Nice quick kill. Got a green pendant. We could turn that in at some point too. But I'd expect him to mirror here, kind of make a dash to the Lumberjack area, get that small key. He's gonna check Ped, which is actually hysterical. Because he's got all 7 crystals. The Ice Rod can't be there. That might have been a force of habit. If anything, that might have given him information. If that was like a small key to pod, then he would know that the Ice Rod is not in GT. So, you know, it could be just strictly for informational purposes. Now here we go. We're gonna get our look on Lumberjack here to see the small key. I'm shocked if this is not Turtle Rock. It's interesting. It was not the Turtle Rock, it was the Skull Woods. Alright, so I do believe, I'm pretty certain that Zelga has 2 Turtle Rock small. So again, what he is looking for is an Ice Rod and 1 Turtle Rock small key. I'd imagine that he's going to go ahead and he's going to open up the Turtle Rock entrance, but the bait for GT might be great enough. I mean, let's be honest, everybody. Me wrong? What a shock. Never thought that happened. Now, there is nothing stopping the game from having a Turtle Rock small key just camping in here. Or even the Ice Rod. But the only problems that you have... Oh, he is going to go in. He might do the first couple checks. And the reason why I say that is this, is if he actually exits out, it makes coming back up here, like, a little bit harder. So I kind of like this play. If we're going to go ahead and we're going to do probably the first 4 checks here and then mirror out. Oh my, are you kidding me, dude? Are you kidding me? Well, 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 20 seconds into the Zelga's in go mode. Okay, dude, that's absolutely amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So now the other question is this, is how far into Turtle Rock Laser Bridge is he going to want to do? Yeah, he's at the very least would love another sword. No, instead he's going to get a 3rd shield. Let's go. You tabbed out. What happened? Well, see, this is what happens. Action happens fast and furious. Zelga-san decided to go into Turtle Rock. He did the right side torch room and got rewarded with a Turtle Rock small and the Ice Rod. So the hardest part of the game that Zelga has is to not open up the door to Lava Chest. Kill the Pokey, rob the key, run away. Well done. Crisis averted. Yeah, we're just gonna rush right to the back. Again, with Zelga's loadout, I'd be shocked if he just doesn't take a quick look at lava, or I can't even speak all of a sudden. Laser Bridge. Wouldn't even be surprised if he checks this either. He got a single rupee for his effort. Yeah, there's a pod key for Sawyer's side. Left side swamp. Again, they got to be scattered out there. Oh, but he has the fillet, aka the bug nets. I think that by default makes Sawyer the winner. What do you guys think? Best item in the game right there. Yeah, there's a... Wow, that's interesting. So there could be no Turtle Rock keys in GT. Wow, this was such a great play by Zelga. So again, the reason why I say that is this is... House of Dark... Well, actually, no, there could be one Turtle Rock key into there. There literally could still be one Turtle Rock key in GT. But that's actually a really interesting pod key right there. Get a hammer Trinex here on Zelga's side. 5 hammer hits. Swap back to the fire rod. Got half magic. We can use all the magic that we want. Nicely done. Down goes Trinex as Sawyer is going to go ahead and beat up on Argus here. One advantage Sawyer has is he does have Tempered Sword. So it is now time for the GT Big Key guessing game. If you guys happen to remember that it was right side Desert Palace, you win. It basically was check 36 for Sawyer. Sawyer's gonna go ahead and he's gonna check we're gonna check the tablet here. So I'd still imagine that Zelga's gonna do the checks along the way here. We're gonna ignore the basement, obviously, completely. We got the big key. We have all 4 GT keys. And despite Zelga being a fantastic runner, I'm pretty certain that he would be really happy if he got a sword. If he got silvers, that would be great, but I think he would prioritize a sword more than anything right now. Yeah, chat pointing out Sawyer did skip out on Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, I think maybe he just wanted to have that shield eaten up. I think a lot of what Sawyer's got going on is the fact that he is sticking true to the format of I got dungeons I can beat. And again, not that Lumberjack actually mattered. You know, it's just a Skullwood small key. But he might not even been thinking about that, so. Again, I definitely do not fault him for this. You know, they always say, always be doing Crystal Dungeons, the ABCD. Always beat Crystal Dungeons. And he probably doesn't feel all that good knowing the fact that he went back to Skull Woods and didn't realize that he didn't have any small keys left. So it probably doesn't feel good. What will be interesting is if he decides to do what Zelga did by dipping Turtle Rock first. But he still needs at least one more Turtle Rock small. It could be in GT. The last one actually could be in GT. And he might be relying on that for the moment. Down goes Mothfield for Sawyer. Okay, dude. All right. Okay. Wow. All right. You know, Zelga is a really, 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 really good runner. But you know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. You know what? I hope you missed out on silvers there, dude. I hope you did. Zelga much happier now that he's got it. Oh, not even fluffing the chip. Wow. Gonna have to have some words with him after this race. Alright, Zelga, I expect nothing more than it better be a 2-cycle ag or bust. And if he throws out a blue ball, it's not my fault. Ah, well, rip that dream. Hey, they get a blue ball. Oh! Not my fault. Alright. 2-1-1 as Aga 2 is down. All Zelga has left is to defeat Ganon. Sawyer opening up Turtle Rock. Now again, this is a really pivotal decision here. Does he turn around and actually go into Turtle Rock, or is he gonna clear out the basement? Yeah, no, we're gonna clear out the basement in GT. So for Sawyer's sake, he needs to have a Turtle Rock small key show up here. And then if he ends up going back to Turtle Rock, he will get his go mode. No, absolutely. Yeah, GT. The temptation of GT is just far too great. We just happen to know that literally the only thing that could be here is a Turtle Rock small. Or, hey, you know what? You know what? There you go, Zelga. You missed out on silvers. Free silvers. So Sawyer's actually gonna give us a look at Tile Room. By the way, just to let you guys know in chat, I'm going to fool around with Zelga if he does give us the pleasure of an interview afterwards. I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna say, hey, you missed out on silvers. They happen to be in validation chest. $20 for his effort for Sawyer. And down goes Ganon. Get your GGs in chat for Zelga-san, who has done what the game asked, defeated all the dungeons, and has done it in a fantastic time. He crosses the bridge, and he finishes first on Restream and first overall in the race, with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 38 minutes, 45 seconds. GG's, dude. Your quest is over. It certainly is. And we are joined here by our winner, Zelga-san. GG's, dude.
Yo, GG.
Oh, good. Yeah, first off, I got a question for you. What did you expect Ped to have?
I wanted to see if it was like a compass. I was pretty sure I had all the maps, but if there was a compass, GT was dead.
Right, which makes sense, yeah. Yeah, and that even makes sense there, is that you know, it's not so much of there being something that you need, it's more of, okay, let me get information. Yeah, by the way, yeah, your volume is low. I don't know if it's on our end or your end. I know you're low on my end, so maybe we can get that resolved. I mean, I can hear you fine.
Yeah,
But...
I turned it up a little in Discord. How's that?
Oh, perfect. That's absolutely magnificent.
Okay, cool.
But hey, good job missing out on the silvers in validation chest.
Yeah, I saw they were in the tower.
Nah, but then they weren't there, unfortunately. They actually were in Hope Room. They were in Hope Room. Sawyer ended up checking that out. The one big thing that Sawyer didn't do was, and this was a really heads up play on your end. I'm imagining that you probably were only going to do the first 4 checks in the Turtle Rock before you decided to dive into GT to possibly find your go mode. But it just happened to be that you got a Turtle Rock small and an ice rod, and it's like, oh, okay, game is simple.
Yep, I was actually only going to do the first 3. I wasn't even going to do chomps.
That makes sense, yeah.
But I was thinking when I was going in, and part of the whole ped check thing was that I was thinking I had so few checks left to try and find 3 pod keys. It's pretty likely that I'm not going to find all my Turtle Rock keys in GT. But then I would have bet everything the ice rod was in GT though. So if they hadn't been right next to each other, I was gone, man.
Yeah, I mean that just happened to be like, hey, you've played long enough. From what I saw in the early game, because I hopped into here very late, but from what I saw, the Moon Pro was a little bit of a bait in the boomerang chest, I guess, in the front of Escape. But I saw you guys were doing, you had mitts, flew early. Everything was looking fantastic. Just needed that Moon Pearl, and it just was like, oh no, it's just in the front of Escape.
Yeah, it was a map chest, just because I meant, like, if it was the boomerang, it would have been really stupid and logical. But
yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that would make sense there because, that's required by a Hyrule Castle Small, and we saw the Hyrule Castle Small. I believe that was in Swamp Palace.
Yeah,
right. Big props to you on believing the fact that the hammer or something that was going to lead to the hammer in Ice Palace. I just don't know if that's years and seeds of experience to say, well, I got the mitts, I got the flippers, I got Bombos, I got an Ice Palace big key, I got the Ice Palace small key from Zora's Ledge. Hey, it's got to be an Ice Palace. But at least he got rewarded with boots.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing there otherwise, so that kind of sucked. But honestly, if I hadn't got the ice small on Zora Ledge, I probably would have just committed to doing the whole loop over to pod. But once I got the ice key and it wasn't super stupid to icebreaker and go through right side, I'm like, yeah, let's just do ice. Let's see what happens. And
that even makes sense because I even made mention of the fact that you had no ice small, so it was kind of an awkward route as far as how you wanted to do it. It's either you rob the small key and then you icebreaker, or you do icebreaker and then you mirror out and you do the Ice Palace bomb jump, still for hoping that there's going to be hammer in there. And it's like, there's no real comfortable way. I mean, if anything, it was nice to have the boots, but then obviously you got led right to Mire. You get the hammer, a nice French vanilla big key to Misery Mire there too, which made that whole thing kind of funny. But it was basically the one thing that I definitely took note outside of the efficiency was basically all the ordering that you did everything into. So by the time that you finished out on Swamp Palace, which was your last crystal, you had access to Big Bomb again. You knowing the fact that you only had one Turtle Rock key at the time, so getting a Turtle Rock key there felt good. Just go ahead and beat Castle Tower. You probably having knowledge of the small key that's on Lumberjack, which again, I assumed it was going to be the Turtle Rock, but to my surprise, it was to Skull Woods. And then you made your way to the Turtle Rock GT area, and here you go. Here's your go mode. Have a nice day. Steed over.
Yeah, that. I still can't get over the ice rod, man. I legitimately thought I might find a Turtle Rock key, but I never would have bet on the ice rod, man. I was so sure that was in GT.
I would have banked on it. I mean, I was asking chat whether they thought that the ice rod could be, and we had some nice trolley locations, Aero Basement, Thieves Down Big Chest, Laser Bridge, which is Laser Bridge at this point is like a ho-hum type of thing, but part of me was actually kind of hoping that it was going to be really trolly, but at the same time, for your sake, because I think you're a fantastic dude, I'm glad it just worked out. They just said, here you go. So but
yeah, I appreciate it. It's always nice to just get that kind of, I don't even know if I call it a bailout, but essentially a bailout of just getting it all right there. That was kind of nice.
Yeah, but I'll say this much: even if I were to run the seed, the bait of GT would have been it possibly could have been far too great. And I really think that your heads up play just to say, hey, you know what? Let me do at least the first 3 checks here, because if nothing else, if you find one of the two things, if you find a Turtle Rock small key, or heck, even if you find an Ice Rod, by the time that you go into GT, you now know that you only need one thing. And I really think that those are heads-up play. And for the time that takes is minuscule compared to you scurrying through the entire basement, finding only your one thing, and now you got to make the decision of saying, well, do I do the GT climb or do I do dip into Turtle Rock? And you're not really going to be 100% certain what the right play is. So I really commend you for making what I couldn't consider a brilliant heads-up play there.
Admittedly, I have a little bit of a bad burn in my memory from this, in that in the last Speed Gaming AD Keys last week or whenever it was, I did that one, and I had all the Turtle Rock keys and a full GT left, only needing the GT big, and I skipped right side of Turtle Rock because I was like, man, I've got 20 thumb checks in GT. Those are so slow. I'm not going to do them. And I ended up full clearing the basement before coming back.
Oh my. Yeah,
So
that scarred me too.
A little bit on my mind too.
No, absolutely. That definitely would scar me there too. So, no, this was a masterclass, if I may say so myself, as far as how to effectively route and complete in all dungeons game. There really wasn't a whole heck of a lot of trolls, but I thought that you navigated through this well and was incredibly efficient. Anytime you sub 140, an 80 key seed, hats off, sir. Hats off.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And like I said, I feel like I got pretty lucky here overall in some of the things. Like, it's so easy to do like things like pod before Mire, and I got really lucky. Like, I even said it in my chat that, like, as I was opening up Mire, I was like, the answer is so obviously pod. And I really did not think I was getting the hammer there.
No, absolutely. In the meantime, Sawyer has decided to forfeit here, and I don't blame him. He made the calculated play of doing the GT climb, did not get anything, so we'll see if he is interested in an interview there. But get your GGs in chat for Sawyer. Again, one heck of a runner, fantastic individual, and again, that's the one big thing that I love bragging about. The rando community, all such fantastic individuals. And speaking of fantastic individual, here he is, Sawyer. GG's, dude.
GG's Zelga.
Yo, GG's.
Way to crush it.
I got a little bit bailed out, but it was fairly smooth in places, I will admit.
Yeah. I felt really good going into Mire when I did, and then had some fun stuff in there, but I'm excited to watch this one back and see how to actually play this game. So, or at least to see.
There's not too many people better to learn from than Zelga, so if you watch this back, definitely. But with that in mind, did you want spoilers as far as a couple key aspects, or did you want to watch it?
I looked in chat and saw somebody say something about Pyramid Fairy having something, and
yeah,
I debated it, but
yeah, it was Pyramid Fairy had a Turtle Rock small.
Okay.
So for Zelga, that was his second Turtle Rock small. And what he ended up doing was, before he ended up going into Ganon's Tower, he at least did the front checks into Turtle Rock. So he went to the torch room on the right, and he got rewarded. He got a TR small and the Ice Rod. And basically, I called him out for being a luck sack. And then, we're thinking, okay, well, we know that Sawyer got Temperate Sword from Hammer Pegs. If you guys want to see Master Sword Silverless fight, but of course the game just says, no, Zelga, we like you. Here's Tempered Sword and mini helmet room. So and then I tried baiting him by saying that, hey, you're missing out on silvers, that you missed out on validation chest, and then I had to fess up and say, no, I lied.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. I made the play of going to GT, and then when I was in GT, I saw Zelga finish, and I'm like, well, I just messed a bunch of stuff up, so I'm excited to watch this one back and find out what's going on.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was, again, the way that Zelga did all this was just, like really good as far as routing and efficiency. Just like a couple things. I mean, I know the one thing that Zelga did that probably, and I'm not going to speak on Zelga's behalf here, but he didn't end up needing to do a double dip of Ice Pals, but he did have the boots, and he was able to really utilize the boots. He had him for, I don't want to say quite a bit longer than you did, Sawyer, but it was enough of the point to where you guys were in Mire at the same time. Zelga ended up checking right side desert while you started Mire, and with the boots, Zelga ended up coming out of Mire quite a bit ahead.
Yeah.
You know, so like even though you had a situation where it was still a fighter sword fight for Vitreous, Zelga was able to at the very least do dashes to wear him down a little bit. Whereas you had to kind of be like a little bit careful. You didn't have the boots to do anything like that. And then once you got your health a little bit low, you ended up just burning it, using Cane of Burna. But it was just, it's small little things like that. And then I definitely appreciate the plays that you made. Like you went out of your way for hammer pegs. And you got rewarded with Temper Sword, which was nice. One of the other snafus that you probably noticed and you probably didn't feel too good about was the Skull Woods. You got Ether, and then on the way back to try to go to Moth, you realized, oh crap, I don't have any small keys.
Yeah, that was a little gaff, but I kind of laughed about it. Everything else was going somewhat decently. I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, big props to both of you guys for navigating Dark Mire. I know Zelga tried keeping spooky, but failed miserably, as I said, laughing.
Yeah, if I had those boots, I would have probably had that first room a lot easier with the boots hook shot combo, but without it, I was kind of just getting bodied and then had to use both potions.
But again, you still got through it. And then probably the big troll of the day was the fact that you did Eastern Palace, which was fine. You did all that dark stuff, and then you get the Palace of Darkness big key, you go beat Helmsir right away in the dark, which again, you did very nicely. And then you go back into Pod, and it's like, oh, here's your lamp. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that made me laugh a little bit.
But no, I know I joined this race about 25 minutes into it, and again, big thanks to the Speed Gaming admins. And I know I'm not supposed to specifically call out people, but Drosy, thank you very much for letting me hop onto comms here mid-race. Anytime that I get a chance to commentate and be a part of this, very much appreciative. And having a chance to comm both Zelga the San and Sawyer, in which I've had a chance to get to know, and two fantastic individuals, fantastic runners. I thank you guys very much for putting on a good show. Did not know if either of you guys had any final thoughts, last words about the seed, about anything, about the holiday season that's coming up. You guys excited?
Yay!
Yeah, it'll be fun. Honestly, I'm just glad to be away from work for a little bit for the holidays. So more holidays.
I don't have to go back till Tuesday, so I'm quite happy about that.
Oh, that checks out. So. But no, again, please give our runners a follow here, Zelga the San and Sawyer. Also, give our trackers a follow. Actually, our tracker, Solit. I hope I pronounced that right. Don't give me a follow. I suck. I'm a nobody. I've already said that before. But if you want to follow me, great. I appreciate it. And if people want to see me shame AFG, then you come to my channel. And I figured I had to get that out right now. So. But again, big thanks to Zelga the San and Sawyer for putting on a fantastic race. We're going to sign things off here. Be sure to check out the Speed Gaming schedule for all the daily races, all the other events that we have going on. So many things that are going on. It's too much for me to detail. So I am out of here for Zelga the San and Sawyer. I am Mr. Ed 3 signing off, and I thank you guys very much, and we will catch you soon.